Well, hello folks, welcome back to the channel. I am the Custard Prophet and we're back here for our Tennis Manager 23 save with Crusty Bun at the Custard Tennis Academy. And you can see, if you've been watching in the last episode, Crusty got through his first couple of rounds in the French Open. Really big tournament because Crusty needs to go at least to the round of 16, because if he does that, he will get a bunch of money. If he gets to there, then he potentially has to play the world number 7, which will be a bit of a challenge because he has yet to beat him. But if anyone's up for it, Crusty is that man. Just a reminder how Crusty's getting on. This is what Crusty looks like at the minute, doing incredibly well technically, physically and mentally. Some work to do on his volleys, on his drop shots, etc. But that is not where his strength lies. His strength is at the back of the court, where he is comfortable. He's a physical specimen, natural fitness of 19. It's hard to get higher than that. And yeah, some of his mental attributes could be higher, but those are in areas where he does need to, where he's not able to train. These are things that he has to pick up. He's going into this match in the perfect shape, beaming morale, excellent shape, and physical condition of 100%, and he is currently 11th in the world. We want to get Crusty into the top 10 after this tournament, and he's got every chance of doing that. In the previous tournament, which was just before this, he won that in an ATP 250 event, so he's got absolutely everything set up to make this happen, and fingers crossed we can do that with him. So we're going into that match, the first match, which is against Luca van Asch. Now this is a player we have played a few times and beaten a few times. In fact, played 3 times, and you can see those results here. Played him on a variety of different surfaces, including on clay. A win in 2025, 6-2, 6-2 victory. That was a long while ago, but we also beat him in the Paris Open, which is not this one. We in 3 sets on hardcore, and then much more recently in Italy we beat him in the tournament that we just won, and we beat him in the first round of that tournament after losing the first set. So he's going to cause us some problems, but I feel we've got enough about us to make the most of it. You can see service is not what he's all about, so we're going to stand a little bit closer into the serve. We're going to be a bit more aggressive with those shots. That's what we need to do. We'll be a bit aggressive on his first serve, second serve. Let's see how things go. Can we add to this 3 victories on the trot? Fingers crossed we can. And yes, if we win this, we will get a big chunk of money, so that is important. So we've upped his motivation. He was already determined. He's in a really good shape at the minute, both physically and mentally. So sort of going into this really feels like it's something we might be able to get the most out of. I've got everything crossed because this is the one we really need to win. The one after this, I don't mind so much. But if we can do it, I'll be really happy. Well, not the greatest start. He has got a few opportunities on our serve. And this has been the problem actually for for the first 2 matches on this tournament, where we're just struggling a bit on our serve but doing quite well on our opposition's serve. Well, there we go. We got an advantage on our serve, but now we've just lost it. It's lovely returns like that which are causing us problems. And it's into the net, and we have lost. Well, we had dropped a set and we were 2-1 down, but it were love 40 up on his serve here. We won our service game in the last one, so let's see what we can do. It stayed on his side, and it's 2-2. We're back in it, and we are firing now. 15-40 up, 3-2 up. All of a sudden, Crusty is at the table, and he's eating Yorkshire puddings with his hands, whatever that means. It's an analogy, folks. Right. Yes, that's so important. 4-2, and we are 5-3 up, 40-30 up. That's what we want to see. Oh, into the net. That was such an easy one. Another opportunity here. Advantage. Really getting good deep returns on our serves. Come on. do feel like we're almost second best at this moment in this rallies. Feels like he's in control of it all of a sudden, but we just did enough there, and we've taken that first set. That's good. 6-3 was that. So good first set. Yes, we lost that opening game, but fingers crossed we can learn from that and start a little bit quicker in this second set. Let's have a look at the stats there. 57% of points won. That's really good. Only a couple of aces. We're just not, even though we've got such good first serve, we really are not making the most of it. First serve return points won. 38%, very good, but really good at 80% there. This I don't like, 39% there. This is something we need to be better at. So I'm actually, amazingly, I'm taking the wide serve just down a touch. And this is mainly because I worry that it's too predictable. And we're going there too often, and that's why it's harder for us. So we'll see whether that makes a difference. Well, it's 1-1, and we are 30-40 up against Van Ash. Good long return there. That's what we're trying to go, going deep on the returns. That's what we asked him to do, both on the backhand and the forehand. Oh, it's just long. Almost. Wouldn't it be amazing to take a break early in this set? That would really set us up for a push in this set. It's come over, the lucky bugger. We almost got that. Another opportunity. He is riding his luck in this set at the minute. Riding it like a bike on Mars. It's just not great there. Not great. Back to juice. Back to an advantage. Come on. Fourth one. That was not the best return. Fifth advantage. Crusty is forcing the issue here. Another opportunity. Oh, he's hit the net again, but he got away with it. Good long return. That's what we're asking from the Crusty one. And he's gone long with that, and finally we get the break. 2-1. 3-1 up, 30-40 up. It feels good at the minute. It feels like we are in control, more so than in some of the other matches we've played so far. 4-1 now. This set has been straightforward. We're 5-1 up. We've got set points here all day long. 15-40. Looks like the cows have come home to roost, folks. It is unbelievably good. This is what I wanted to see, and that is the worst drop shot. Well, it's not. It was a pretty good drop shot, but the worst response to that drop shot. But here he goes again. 30-40. Come on. Let's get it done. He's coming in. Putting the volley up. Stays on his side of the net for once. 6-3, 6-1. Won the first two sets. Looking absolutely splendid. We're just diving into that third set and hoping for the best, folks. We are 1-love up. 15-40 up. And it does feel like the winning 3 times on the trot against him has just got into his head. He just doesn't seem to have the belief that he can do anything against us, which is interesting. It's not necessarily what we've seen before from players, but you can understand it, because we seem to do that against Yannick Sinner. We just don't believe against him. Nicely done. Oh, just long. He's got all the way back to juice though, so well done there. Well, few games won on serve, and we're back to 15-40 and back to another break point. And he's gone long with the volley, 4-2 up, and now he is in all types of trouble. There we go, 5-3, 40-15 up, and taps. This is for a fair few pounds in the bank, certainly for the academy. We're through that with great ease, getting better as we're going through the tournament, folks. That is a really good one. So, who are we going to be playing? Well, we have got Felix Olgor Alisami. This is the last one we're going to play today. If we get through it, well, we will get through it, and we won't see what happens after that until the next episode. But just a little bit of an overview of how he's gone forward. He beat JJ Wolf in 4 sets. That's someone that we have played before and beaten before, but a very, very good victory against Zizou Bergs, 70th ranked Belgium, and then the 32nd seed Arthur Reindeneck beat him fairly comfortably in 3 sets. So not quite sure the way this is going to go. We'll just have a quick look who we'd be playing if we get through this. And yes, it is a very, very scary one. It is Stefanos Tsitsipas, who we've played a few times and lost to a few times. But if we get anywhere near that quarter-final, folks, it would be an amazing thing. Right, what are we playing for? So currently 16, we're 180 points just being here. This would be, if we get through this, that'll be 360 points. £575,000 as well if we get into that quarter-final spot. Just over £300,000, and it was £370,000, yeah, in that we have got currently guaranteed. So, right. This is not going to be an easy one, folks. It's not going to be easy at all, but we've just had a very solid victory in the last match. Have we got enough to beat this guy? I do not know. So he has played us 3 times. He's beaten us 3 times. We have not even taken a set off him. We haven't played him for a little while. Certainly not this year. Played him twice last year. Once lost in a final in the UK on grass. That was 7-6, 6-3. And we in a semi-final on hard court, which was 6-1, 7-5. Yet to play him on clay, so that might be a very different thing. He's in weak form currently, which is intriguing. He's an aggressive baseliner, forehand power, serve power, all those sort of things are what he's good at. So what we are going to do is just do what we did in the last one. We're just dropping that wide serve down a little bit just to try and make him think a little bit when we're serving. We're not going out there all the time. There we go. We've upped his confidence, but again, nothing happened. Struggling to get massive upgrades on those at the minute. I don't know whether that's just a case of us being later on in the tournament. We're here in the last 16. Can we win this one to get through to the next week? We've had a tough match in Van Ash, and we won through that comfortably. What is going to happen? I've got everything crossed. We can give him a good game. Well, it's completely gone to serve so far, and we are at a tie-break at 6-all. So didn't see that one come in, but let's hope we've got something to show in this tie-break. Some steel resoluteness. Apparently not. We're 6-2 down here, so we're going to have to work hard to get back into this. Frustrating given how well we played. We got close, no break points at all. Well, that isn't a glorious bit of play. Oh, it's long. It's long. 7-6 to him, and it couldn't be much closer. I'm not going to change anything because I'm not at all unhappy with that. I think that's a pretty good going. I think it could have gone either way, that one. Well, the first break point has gone against us. We are 3-2 down, 30-40 down. And my hope is that we can do what we need to here, because that is not what we need to. We're 4-2 down. We've got break points straight afterwards, 30-40. He only needed 1. That's a nice return there. Just worries me that Crusty just seems a little bit more hesitant against the better players. And it's in. There we go. And unfortunately, we were 40-15 up, and he's pulled it all the way out to an advantage. So, and we've gone wide with the volley. So we lost that set 6-2, and I didn't think it was pretty close. There was very little in it, which doesn't sound right. At least that's what it felt like. Let's have a look at the stats in that second set. It's 43% of points, so he did better, but perhaps we need to be more careful. It's hard to say, really. So we're gonna go try and wrong foot him with both forehand and backhand shots and see what that does. But Yeah, that was a little bit more disappointing. And another advantage given away. 2-1 up. But you've got to be able to deal with the break points, haven't you? And Crusty normally can. But it's frustrating. We've had our own break point. Didn't make the most of it, although we're doing well this set. 4-all, and we are 30-40 up. Maybe a hope here. It's a nice return there. Putting the pressure on. Crusty, good return into the net, and he has got that break. So maybe he can take this next game and it'll be 6-4. Maybe that'll at least get it to 2-1. Let's see. We have got a set point, folks. If we can get this, it will be our first set against Alisami. It's on the line. He's got it. 6-4. So it's 2-1. It is not all over. That's much better. Let's carry on with that approach. Well, we're 1 love down, and it's an advantage against us. Really need to make sure we do not give this away. And that was well done. Very, very well done. And here we go. It's another tie break. Don't know which way this is going to go, but I've got everything crossed. We're playing well. And we have got a set point. It's on his serve, though. I mean, to take it to 2 sets all would be massive. Come on. Come on. Oh, what are you doing? You had the whole court to aim at. And he just didn't go for it. It's into the net. It's back to 2-2. Oh, that's massive. That's absolutely massive. There was nothing in that. Although 53% of points in that set. So he did have it in that set as well. 53%. So it does feel we've certainly changed things up a little bit. I don't know what we should do here. We need to just pep him up a little bit. I think we do that, and we just try and pep him up with just a little a talk. You can do it. Not done anything with that. Oh no! It's 1-all advantage to Alisami. Oh, that's a lovely shot right in the very corner. Into the net though. Held on. Oh, another one. We just need to hold when we're put under pressure. And not screw it up when he comes to the net. And it stayed on his side of the net. Thank God for that. Another one. Again, you can do it. No reaction. It's way long with that. Come on. Feel like the pressure is showing. 30-40 again. We got a few points on his serve, but not enough to see a break. And he certainly feels like he's ramping the pressure up on this set, putting Crusty under all sorts of problems. So far Crusty's held up, but it feels like it's only a matter of time, and there it is. It is 3-2, and he is going to have to do something. There's really nowhere to go, so we're just going to hope for the best, folks. And unfortunately, an epically good match. Looks like it's going out Crusty's reach now. He's got a set point against him, and at match point 40-30 he needs to win this game, otherwise he will be out. This is another match point. The thing is, it would not take an awful lot to put things right, but it's not to be. He's been knocked out, which is such a shame. Such a shame, because it was such a good performance in the second and the third and the fourth set. And we just seen Mark Sipan got himself a win in Kanazawa after his injury, so that's pleasing as well. So yeah, well done Crusty. Well, that question makes no sense. It was a few key moments. There was very little between the two players. Yeah, I think there was very little in it. Lessons do you take away? Yeah, I don't think there was much in that at all. So I'm not particularly disappointed with that. We get £37,000 because we get 10% of the prize money, which is, you know, a little bit of money for the account, which is great. And we should have got, yeah, our £37,000 for that, and that maybe that hasn't come in yet, maybe not. So, all right, folks. So we did manage to get to the end of there. Yeah, we didn't quite get to the quarterfinal. We'd have played Tsitsipas, who went through in 4 sets against Alcaraz, who eventually won the thing. Remember, we have beaten Alcaraz before. So, yeah, no, that would have been a very, very challenging place to be in there. But getting through to the round of 16 and almost getting through, we were so close, is really, really pleasing. Moxipan got himself another victory, this time in Daegu, so he is improving nicely. And you can see we've upped our serve power there. Billy Blades is back in training, so that's good. And you can see we have somehow lost position. I don't know why, because we actually did better than we did at the Australian Open previously, but you know, it doesn't make sense. And we've seen a reduction for Billy Blades down to 113th, but that is understandable because he's been out injured, and a massive improvement for Moxipan as well. So all of that is, I think, really, really pleasing for us. So anyway, folks, that is that. Unfortunately, it wasn't to be. Another really, really positive episode, I think, and really shows now Crusty he's getting ready to take on those top players. Not going to be long, I think, before he is fighting out for those sort of things. Let's have a look what he's got coming up. So he's played the French Open. He's now going into the grass season. We've been trying to prepare him for that, and you can see that there. And we've got a few tournaments to go, including this ATP 500 event, which we will be trying to do our best in. We're in Holland as well here, so we're second seed there. Want to see how we get on grass on that surface, potentially going up against our old foe Gabriel Debreu, but the likes of Jack Draper and Jensen Brooksby also in there. And then we're going to be playing Wimbledon, which I'm not sure if that will be our next episode or not. We might come back for maybe the Cinch Championship for this ATP 500 event, certainly if we manage to get reasonably far into that. Anyway, folks, leave me comments, let me know how you thought that was. Getting through to the last 16 is really good, particularly the manner of the performance against Al-Asami. There was very, very little in there, and I think we could, on another day, potentially, if we'd just been a little bit better in that first set, have possibly had that in 4 sets maybe. But it wasn't to be. If you enjoyed the episode, please hit the like button, subscribe if you're new. I'll see you for the next one. Goodbye.